We often hear that women are attracted to bad boys, men who are distant, dominant, or a bit reckless. But what about the reverse? Are men actually drawn to women who are cold, dismissive, or even a bit nasty? There's a recurring pattern across films, television, and dating advice. Before a relationship begins, the woman isn't warm. She's guarded, sharp, and even slightly rude. Dating coaches reinforce this. Don't be too available. Don't be overly nice. Pull back. Let him chase. The book Why Men Love Bitches heavily emphasizes this and tells women to set boundaries, not tolerate any bad behavior from men, and not be too overly accommodating. A part of me wonders if this is because men prefer women who are mean and cold. Perhaps men don't fall in love with niceness, they fall in love with meanness. My name is Zarina Matcha, and you're watching The Rational Female. If you enjoy my content, give the video a like and subscribe to my channel. Let's see how this dynamic plays out in films. In American Beauty, Jane is cold and dismissive towards Ricky at first, and that's exactly what draws him in. She's not warm, not eager, and not emotionally open. In Hercules, Meg doesn't swoon over Hercules after he saves her. She brushes him off with sarcasm, and he is then intrigued. In The Hunchback of Notre Dame, Esmeralda meets Phoebus with hostility. There's friction, not sweetness, and that tension builds attraction. Most of the female characters in Disney films are initially detached, hostile, or they simply run away. Most of them are not emotionally direct with their male love interests. An exception is Ariel in The Little Mermaid. She's open, kind, and emotionally direct from the start, and notably her dynamic feels very different. Maybe this is because she can't talk. In Game of Thrones, Daenerys is initially cold and commanding with men like Daario Naharis and Jon Snow. She softens later, but only after establishing distance and power. This pattern repeats constantly. The woman is guarded at first, then warm later. Rarely the other way around. So what's going on here? You would think that in a post-feminist era, women would be told to ask men out, make the first move, and split the bill. Yet dating coaches don't say this. Women are told to keep a distance and not be too available. I wonder if there is an evolutionary reason as to why being initially cold to men is seen as a good idea for women. Women are wired to find a mate who will be a good provider and take care of them and their children. So they need to subtly test a man to see if he can remain emotionally strong under pressure or if he will just walk away. Feminists say that women of the past were oppressed because men were the ones who were forthcoming and in the more dominant role, yet women have reinforced these behavioral standards. Women never tell women to just be friendly and ask him out and just be yourself. It's always hold back, don't appear too needy or desperate, don't show too much of yourself, don't sleep with the man straight away. Everything is geared towards containment, not openness. Why? Perhaps it's not that men love cruelty or coldness, it's that initial distance creates intrigue. Now we get to the real question. Do men actually prefer mean women? There's a difference between attraction and long-term choice. In Vertigo, Scotty is obsessed with Madeline, a distant, almost unobtainable fantasy. Meanwhile, Midge, who is warm and stable and emotionally present, is overlooked. In The Big Bang Theory, Leonard is drawn to Penny, who is often dismissive or sharp with him. Alex, by contrast, is a better match on paper, intelligent, composed, and kind, and she gets ignored. Alex doesn't seem like someone who would constantly snap at Leonard or make a big deal out of small things. Maybe Penny provides him with more excitement and keeps him on his toes. In Shark Tale, Oscar chases Lola, who is flashy, cold, and status-driven, while overlooking Angie, who is loyal and grounded. Angie represents the feminine ideal of a good woman. She is virtuous, emotionally self-contained, and stable. By contrast, Lola presents a fantasy, lust, and idealism. But in the end, Oscar chooses Angie. And this is where this trope gets subverted. In Gone with the Wind, Scarlett O'Hara is the mean woman, and she is in love with Ashley. Despite Scarlett's fiery nature, Ashley chooses Melanie, who is kind, stable, and genuinely good. Even by the end of the film, Rhett Butler, who was madly in love with Scarlett, wants nothing to do with her. In the office, Michael initially dates Jan, who is chaotic and domineering, but he marries Holly, who is warm and emotionally healthy. In Mean Girls, Aaron dates Regina George, the archetypal mean girl, but ends up with Katie, who is sincere and grounded. This pattern is blunt. Excitement attracts, but stability sustains. So where does that leave women? The mistake is taking be mean too literally. What actually works isn't cruelty, it's boundaries. The women who succeed in these romantic dynamics are not genuinely nasty people. They're self-contained. They don't overgive and they don't tolerate nonsense. That's very different from being cold for the sake of it. Because genuinely difficult, dramatic, or hostile women, like Scarlett O'Hara or Regina George, may attract attention, but they don't inspire long-term respect or commitment. We used to have traditional structures around how men and women behaved, which helped people know how to behave in dating. Now everything is confusing, hence the rise in online dating advice. The balance is simple but not easy. Be warm but not overeager, be kind but not permissive, and be open but not instantly available. In short, men don't fall in love with meanness. They respond to challenge, mystery, and self-respect, and they commit to stability, warmth, and emotional safety. If someone overlooks a genuinely good woman because she's too nice, what they're really saying is they prefer stimulation over substance. I often hear men say they don't want any drama, but then they are drawn to women who cause drama. It's the same as hearing women say they want a good man, then choosing a bad one. I wonder if some men overlook genuinely good women because they don't represent excitement, and perhaps they come across as too nice or sincere, the way some women overlook genuinely good men. Maybe there's something in humans that draws us towards meanness, our shadow side to be Jungian. If a woman is too nice all the time and too lenient and doesn't make a fuss, a man will start to take advantage. The same goes if a man is too nice and lenient all the time. People tend to take advantage of people who are too lenient and don't set boundaries. The solution isn't to actually become a nasty person. The solution is to simply have boundaries. Don't assume the best in people you meet, but don't assume the worst in them either. Get to know them slowly and let them reveal their true colors over time. Then you will see if they are truly sincere or not. Do let me know your thoughts about this in the comments. For regular essays critiquing feminism, follow my Rational Female Substack. Link is available here or in the description below.